Hello and welcome to another Wineword Italy review. Today I'm going to look at two more wines from Giovanni Cherchi in Sardinia. I'll start with this one here. This is the Pigalva, another Vermentino di Sardegna DOC, and I'll go on to look at the Luzzana, which is an Isola dei Nuraghi Rosso IGT. It's an interesting blend which I'll talk about in a minute. So, let's start with this one. Vermentino, very important wine in Sardinia. There we go, this one is 2010 DOC. Okay. Recently we looked at the Tuvaoes, which is another Vermentino produced by the same Giovanni Cherchi. What's the difference? Well, the difference really is the origin. The vines for this particular wine are grown on lime-rich soil, as opposed to a mix of lime and clay of the Tuvaoes. Okay. The resulting yield is higher, roughly 90 quintals of grapes per hectare, rather than the 75 on the slightly poorer soil that the Tuvaoes is grown on. So it's a different vineyard producing a similar wine. The harvest, again, is hand harvested and selected, is very similar, same period, 2nd to 3rd 10 days of September, and in this case the fermentation takes place 100% in steel vats. None is set aside for refining in barriques. So possibly it's not quite such a noble offering, but let's see anyway. I'm a hopeful look here. It's well steamed there because it's a very, very warm afternoon. I've got this down to about 12 degrees, which is an ideal serving temperature. And once again, wow, look at that colour there. It is clear, crystal clear wine. It's pale, pale straw yellow with a very, very greenish hint to it there. Look around the edges. I don't know if you're catching that in the light there, but certainly it's a delightful light colour, and already I'm getting the fragrance coming out. Again, fragrance is the word. Alright, let's get the nose in. Oh, and although it's fruity, it's the same variety of grape from the same grower, different land, different nose altogether. Yes, we got the fruitiness, but this time it's more apple. A nice, sharp, crisp, green apple smell. And again, it's a sort of floral background. Very, very pleasant indeed. I'm really looking forward to tasting this. Once again, it's mouth-watering. It's a hot day. It's a nice chilled wine, and the smell is so fresh. I really can't wait. So, Ci-cin, let's give it a taste. Now that's markedly drier in taste than the other one, the Tuvaoes, which I recently tasted. Markedly drier, but it's not unpleasant. Very, very fresh. Yes, you can taste the apples. You can taste the floral scent as well. But it doesn't. The aftertaste is much, much shorter. It's here today and gone tomorrow. It's a lighter concoction altogether. The alcohol is the same. It's a little less. It's 13%, as opposed to 13.5 of the Tuvaoes. So it is a lighter product. But there we are. It's a perfectly good day to drink it, but I should drink it with something nice. Ideal aperitif wine, this, with some light snacks just before you have dinner, or late afternoon with friends, or again any seafood dish. And how about this? How about some rigatoni with crab meat? or maybe a boiled light fish dish. Nothing dark, nothing like tuna or salmon or anything heavy. A light fish, light meat, and a glass of this. 10 to 12 degrees, it's perfect. So stick it in the fridge for a good long time and be prepared to enjoy it. Very, very pleasant. Bit drier than the other one, a little bit lighter, less alcohol, but the sensation is altogether something less heavy. It's really marvellous. Ci-cin. There it is. Pigalva, Vermentino di Sardegna, DOC, 2010. Another delight from the Giovanni Maria Cherchi establishment. Okay, the second wine today, again from Giovanni Cherchi, is this, the Luzzana, which is an Isola dei Nuraghi IGT Rosso, 2009 in this case. There again, the image of Santa Croce Church, which incidentally is also, I've just noticed, imprinted on the cork. I don't know if you can see that there. Okay, so there, branding is everywhere, that lovely image. I found a photograph of the church, which I've put into the video just to make it clearer. Okay, let's think about this one then. The name, Luzzana, in Sardinian means clayey soil. So the vines which produce this are grown obviously on soil which is heavily clayed, a lot of clay, unlike the lighter soil of the Pigalva here. It is a blend of 50-50, approximately, says the producer, approximately, Cagnulari and Cannonau. Cannonau, the famous red grape, producing very heavy, rich wines from Sardinia, and the Cagnulari, which I talked about in my last review. So 50-50 goes into here. Hand harvested mid to late September. Grapes are fermented with the skins to get the colour out, to get the flavour out of the skins for 8 to 10 days, 25 to 28 degrees centigrade, and then refinement takes place in French oak barriques for 8 to 12 months. Now the two wines are produced separately, the Cannonau and the Cagnulari, so they're developed separately, and then they're blended before bottling, and then they undergo a further refinement period in the bottles of up to 12 months. So that's the history. Let's get some in the glass, see what it looks like. Ooh. Another treat in store, I feel. One bottle after another. What a wonderful world this is. What did I do before I discovered wines? I'm trying to think. I can't remember. Okay, there it is. Let's have a look at the colour. Alright, it's a ruby red, but it's sort of verging towards the garnet. It's not quite such a sort of purplish edge to it. There it is. Alcohol arcing nicely up the glass. Again, it's a very warm afternoon, and the alcohol comes in at about 14% in this particular wine, so it's evaporating well there. Let's hope it doesn't over-evaporate and spoil the nose. Okay, so there it is. Let's give it a sniff. Ooh, huge blast there of like toasted vanilla. Just think creme caramel. Oh, it's delightful. That must be from the oak barrels. Simply splendid scent. Okay, what else have we got? Certainly the fruitiness is there. It's a sort of plum jam kind of affair, or mature last plums on the tree, the ones that have started over-ripened and are giving out a nice sort of alcoholic whiff as well. So certainly that's the kind of aim. So you've got the sort of warmth from the barrels, the vanilla, the creme caramel. That's, oh, my word, something I'm simply not allowed to eat with my mild diabetic issue. But the smell is wonderful nevertheless. Mosquito attacking my leg, excuse me. There we go. Alright, so let's give it a taste, see what Luzzana is all about. Ci-cin. Oh, now that's dry. Dry, but full. And you can feel the alcohol going up your nose a bit, but the acidity of the wine pans it out nicely. Very persistent, these mosquitoes today. That is quite splendid. Unlike anything I've drunk before. So, most interesting blend. I sometimes find the Cannonau rather overpowering, rather heavy, but blended as it is here with the Cagnulari, you know, it's less intense, but still a very, very interesting, good wine. Okay. The advantage, of course, of a wine like this is that it will age nicely. 3 to 4 years, no problem. Even longer in a particularly good year. So what am I going to drink this with? Well, any kind of poultry or game or grilled red meat or tasty cheese. And as long as I serve it at about 18 degrees, it'll be the best. Something I wasn't able to do today, but you should do with this particular wine. Open it, pop it in a decanter about an hour before serving it, just to let the air get to it a little bit more. I'm going to leave this now. The rest of it I'll put in a decanter and probably have it this evening with a barbecue. Why not? So, from me, Wineword Italy, it's been another pleasure, once again, reviewing these two. First, Pigalva, Vermentino di Sardegna 2010. Light, fruity, crisp and dry, perfect with your fish dish or as an aperitivo. Follow it up with this monster, this Luzzana 50-50 blend of Cagnulari and Cannonau, a real Sardinian speciality, but not one to take lightly. Ci-cin, see you again soon on Wineword Italy. Bye-bye.